do recipes that are super easy. Sometimes you forget things at the grocery store, or sometimes you just get home and you realize you don't know what to make, but you might have a couple things on hand. I just want it to be really easy. We all have busy lives or kids or whatever the reason, and you just need easier things. We don't have a lot of time to spend in the kitchen on this stuff. So this is a recipe that I've done a lot for my family. I actually find that it goes really well. So it's super easy. It's literally 2 ingredients. I'd be really surprised if you mess this up. So we have 1 cup of flour. You want all-purpose self-rising flour. If you don't get the self-rising flour, you're definitely gonna have to add something to make it fluff up. Otherwise it's gonna be super flat and it's not gonna be fun for you at all. So we're gonna put that in. And then you're gonna do 1 cup of plain yogurt. It doesn't have to be Greek, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. If you wanna do like a flavor, that's completely up to you. But honestly, you can just do like a plain yogurt and that works. All you're gonna do is kind of put that together. It's gonna start balling up and sticking to itself. You still want it to be a little bit sticky, but you don't want it to be like crazy, like goopy or anything like that. You just want it sticky enough that when you do put the toppings on it, that it will actually stick. If you have like some kind of like spatula or something like this, it actually does help because it kind of keeps everything like back into the bowl as well. So once you have it kind of starting to stick together, you can scoop it off the spoon or spatula or whatever you're using. And if you don't have one, feel free to use your hands, it works just as well. I like to have a little extra flour on the hand because it keeps it from sticking to the counter, as well as if it's a little too sticky, you can kind of add a little on the top. So all you want to do is make it into a ball. Make sure all your pieces are together. It doesn't have to look fancy or anything like that. You just have to make sure it's stuck together. Now, if you're just one person, this is probably gonna do you anywhere from 4 to 6 bagels. I like to do 6 bagels because sometimes a whole big bagel is too much if you do a whole meal. But if you want a bigger bagel just to make it easier, like 1 bagel and run, then you can definitely do 4. I just kind of make it in like a row and then just split it. I'm just gonna pull it apart into 6. So I thought it'd be fun if we did 2 different types. So I'm gonna put those 3 aside. I have these, this pre-mixture, it's everything bagel. You can pretty much find it anywhere, but if you can't find it, honestly, Pinterest has tons of recipes. It's not that hard to put together. The other one I'm gonna do is cinnamon sugar. You don't need a lot. If you don't want it like super sugary, then it's perfect. You just chuck it in. It doesn't have to be any certain measurements. It's whatever you like. Now, the way I do it is I kind of make it almost like, not a ball, but kind of like a flattened ball, and then just poke a hole in the middle and kind of rotate it around so that the sticky part kind of comes to the top. And then just stick it right in there. Parchment paper is what I use every single time. I don't know about you guys, but I certainly don't like scrubbing my dishes forever. Anything that I can do to make it easier in the kitchen is definitely what I want to do. So parchment paper has been a lifesaver. It saves me so much time. Plus, if you end up doing like a couple different things at once, you can kind of just pull it off and then stick it the next batch of whatever you're doing onto the same pan if you have to. Now, sometimes people do like an egg wash on top. Honestly, if you have dietary needs or you just don't want the extra egg, that's it. You don't have to. I honestly have never done an egg wash on it unless I was like just trying to like fiddle around with it, but the kids don't seem to notice any difference. Just wash my hands off in between because nobody wants two different kinds all together. Now, let's get the other ones going. You can definitely use like whatever spices or seasoning you want. I just find that our family tends to like everything bagels a lot. And it does make it easy because if you don't have like cream cheese on hand or something, you can just put butter on it and it works. If your bagels kind of fall apart, because sometimes they do if they're kind of sticky and then not sticky or whatever, honestly, just stick them back together. It doesn't make a difference. They're all gonna work the same in the end. I know I've had a lot of friends over the year that like have really struggled to find things in grocery stores, or like maybe now they're being forced to kind of like try to learn how to cook when they don't know where to start. This is definitely one of those recipes that it just makes it easy because chances are you're gonna have something like this in your house, or if you've never cooked, it's not that difficult. So, those are our 6 bagels. You have 3 and 3. I'm gonna move them over here. We have our everything bagels, and we have our cinnamon sugar. You'll notice they're actually really crispy on the back. I don't like to cut them right away because honestly it's too hot and they'll fall apart. They're a hot mess. But if you can take them off first. I don't like to let them sit because they'll actually continuously cook on the pan as well. So taking them off at this point is probably actually a good idea. And there we are. Didn't take that long at all. You could probably even do it in the morning if you wanted to, if you had a couple extra 25 minutes to do them. Well, thanks everybody for coming to my kitchen. I'm really hoping that you enjoyed that. I hope that you all try it because it is super easy. And I hope to see you next week. We're definitely gonna have a really fun recipe. I think we're gonna try to do a Chicago style pizza. Not really my normal, but we're gonna try it and see what happens. All right, we'll see you next time. Thank you.